Hello, this is Lolly. Welcome back. Today I want to show you how to make this adorable cash pouch or receipt pouch or whatever you want to use it for. Snap closure, and this is using Kraft-tex. Now, if you're not familiar with Kraft-tex, it is a sewable paper. It's also washable. I love working with it because it is so durable. Stay tuned and let's get to the tutorial. Okay, so I am starting with a piece of Kraft-tex, and this is the Sapphire Kraft-tex. It is 9 by 7 inches, and I'm going to score it at 3 1/4 and at 7. And I'm going to fold it on those score lines. Now I'm going to round these two corners here, and you do not need to sew this. I'm going to, but you can always use fabri-tac to adhere these two sides down. Corner chomper, I think I'm going to use the 1/2 inch. There we go. Okay, now I am going to go ahead and sew it, but I'm going to top stitch all the way down here and around here as well, just for the effect, you know, the look. So again, you don't have to do that. I'm going to use a light, like a denim color, which would be lighter than this, but I think it will be kind of have a striking appearance on it. And then we will put snaps in there. Okay, so that is top stitched. I love the light denim look, and the reason I chose this is that I'm going to put flowers over here, and I wanted to use this denim color flower. So I'm using these from Elizabeth Craft Designs. This is the Florals 2, and this is Stamen Flowers. I'm using one of those in this moss color Kraft-tex. The leaves, you will notice, have actually they actually emboss on the leaf itself. So those are what I'm going to use. I do want to use some inks here on the edges of these flowers. So let me pick out a color for that. Okay, I decided to go with seedless preserves and peeled paint and see if those will give me the color I need. We'll see. It might not be dark enough, so that's what I was going for. I didn't want to use like a navy blue on the petals because I was afraid it would blend in too much with this blue background and that I wouldn't see them. So let's see if this purple will help to give us some color here. Yeah, it's bringing some color in there, so let's do that. Okay, now let's switch to the peeled paint. See if that can give us some dimension on the leaves. Again, I'm not sure that this is actually dark enough. If it's not, I will switch to a different color. A little bit of dimension, not excessive, but just a pinch. Now I think what I should do, I meant to put the snap in down here before sewing it shut, but that'll be okay because I can still reach. All the plastic snap colors are so bright that sometimes I tend to go with the clear one because it's not as noticeable on this. Okay, so I know this doesn't go in very far, so I want to see how far it can go. Right about there. Oh, that's fine. So I just need to go right on the edge here. I'm going to mark this, and I know that this is 7 inches wide, so about 3 1/2 should be about the middle. A little higher up than that. Okay, so I'm going to poke that hole, and then I'm going to mark . There we go. Alrighty. So now if you remember, we need 4 pieces, 2 of them that look like a tack. They have a little pokey thing up the middle. I get asked often if you can use the crocodile on these, and the answer is no, because the way this works is this tool flattens this post down into it, and that's what locks it in place, and the crocodile will not do it. So I need one convex and one concave. Okay, so the pretty needs to go from the front here, so I'm putting that pokey thing there, and then either the convex or the concave. But this black part always goes against the pretty part. Just one hand is all it takes. Now this side, I need the pretty to go through the back here, if I can get it. Okay, now make sure it snaps. It does. Okay, now you can see with that clear one, it's not distracting because so many of the colors are just really bright primary colors. Okay, so now that I have that, I want to get my fabri-tac ready, and I'm going to start gluing these down. Alrighty, so I have two. I could poke the hole out in the middle, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to lay some of these out and get an idea. Now I can also, you can also shape these by holding the middle and just kind of scraping this over the back like that. But you know, this is going to get a lot of wear and tear, and so whether these actually hold their shape over a period of time, no one knows, but just so you know, you can do this. I'm just kind of pulling and scraping like that. Let's go ahead and do that now. You could also use your flower shaping tools on these. I've done that as well. I'll give you a link down below to making flowers with Kraft-tex that I did last time. Oh, I'm loving that. I'm loving the purple edge on these flowers. They're so pretty. I'm going to leave my leaves straight though. I'm not going to do any curling on them because I want them to be flat under this whole project. Could do something like down here, and I think I may. That's just cute. Something like that, and then put these over here. I think this would, it's okay if I cover the snap up. It's not going to hurt anything. Something like that. So I'm going to take this, and now I'm just gluing the center down because that way I'm not pinning these petals down. There are also these little centers that you can die cut, and I did them in the saffron Kraft-tex. And I don't know, maybe I should distress those as well. I might need to because they're so bright. Well, I keep having a problem with my phone not recording. So I glued all these down, and I'm going to finish distressing some of these with the worn twig, and then lay those in the centers of the flowers. Okay, I will do these off camera. Okay, I found it's easier just to hold the little part down here with the tweezers and go around it. Okay, let's get all of these glued in here. Okay, so there we go. Now, if the snap bothers you, you can lay another flower right over it because it's not going to interfere with anything. Although if I were to put it over the snap, I would probably use gem tack or a more permanent glue. Fabri-tac works well, but when I glue it to a glossy surface or a slick surface, it doesn't work as well. So we might just want to try that. Okay, so let's grab one and go ahead and do that so you'll see what I'm talking about. This one, because it's going to go right over the snap, is going to need a little more of a permanent glue. And I think gem tack, I've had better success with it over something plastic. Right there on that snap itself. Now we know that that's going to take a little while to set up because that is directly on that plastic snap. So I'm not going to open and close the pouch at the moment, but there you go. I love working with fabri-tac because you can sew on it and it is so durable. This would be way more durable than having a cardstock version of this. So thank you for watching. Look down below and I'll give you a link to all of my Kraft-tex videos. It is a wonderful substrate to work with.